The Battle of Saratoga, fought in 1777 during the American Revolutionary War, is widely regarded as the pivotal turning point of the conflict between the American colonies and Great Britain. It was not a single battle but rather a series of engagements, most notably the Battle of Freeman's Farm on September 19 and the Battle of Bemis Heights on October 7, both occurring near Saratoga in upstate New York. British General John Burgoyne had developed an ambitious plan to invade from Canada and move south through the Hudson River Valley, aiming to join forces with General Howe's army moving north from New York City and a smaller force under Barry Street Ledger advancing from the west. The goal was to isolate New England, which was seen as the heart of the rebellion, from the other colonies. However, the plan suffered from poor communication, logistical nightmares, rugged and unfamiliar terrain, and unexpected resistance. General Howe never moved north as intended, focusing instead on capturing Philadelphia, and St. Ledger's advance was halted at Fort Stanwix. Burgoyne's army, heavily burdened with artillery and supplies, moved slowly, cutting a path through dense forests and facing constant harassment from American militias and sharpshooters. At Freeman's Farm, Burgoyne's troops engaged American forces under General Horatio Gates, with Benedict Arnold playing a critical, though controversial, leadership role. The British technically won the field, but only at a severe cost in casualties, which they could ill afford. Meanwhile, American forces grew steadily stronger as militias from New England and the surrounding areas flocked to Saratoga, swelling Gates's ranks. By early October, Burgoyne found himself trapped, his supply lines were stretched thin, reinforcements were nowhere in sight, and his army was physically and morally exhausted. At the second major engagement, the Battle of Bemis Heights, American forces, particularly those led by Arnold in a dramatic unauthorized charge, smashed through the British defensive lines. Arnold, although injured, was instrumental in the American success, rallying troops and leading furious attacks that broke British cohesion. After the defeat at Bemis Heights, Burgoyne's situation became hopeless. Hemmed in by superior numbers, running low on supplies, and with no prospect of relief, he retreated to the village of Saratoga. After several days of negotiation, Burgoyne formally surrendered his entire army of about 5,800 men to General Gates on October 17, 1777. The consequences of the American victory were enormous. It dramatically boosted American morale, secured desperately needed supplies and equipment, and, most importantly, convinced France that the American cause was viable. In February 1778, France officially entered the war as an American ally, providing military support, funding, and naval power that shifted the balance against Britain. Later, Spain and the Dutch Republic would also join the war against Britain. Thus, the Battle of Saratoga not only preserved the American Revolution but transformed it into a global conflict, ensuring that the United States had the means and alliances necessary to eventually win its independence. The battles also cemented the reputations of key American leaders, though tensions between Gates and Arnold would continue to simmer, ultimately leading to Arnold's later infamous betrayal. Overall, the Battle of Saratoga stands as one of the most significant military victories in American history, symbolizing the resilience, adaptability, and growing competence of the Continental Army.